Alright, time to enact some Kairos will. So it's going to take us 2 hours 45 minutes to get to this remote settlement. This village is far from the major settlements in the valley and has not involved itself in the conflict thus far. It may be possible to recruit some of the residents and add this to Scarlet ranks. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. Your path is blocked by a small group of Verdant Guard. You can go no further until you dealt with them. Alright, fucking Verdant Guard.
That's far enough, Fatebinder.
What are you, Ebb? Are you... I don't understand. Are you working for the Verdant? A woman's voice booms from atop the nearby outcropping. Flashes of aquamarine body paint. The body paint braided adornment and stylized staff marks this woman as a Tide caster, one of the southern mage schools you encountered in 429 TR during the first campaign in Vendrin's Well. The School of Tides was once a powerful sect of mages and mastery over water and command of the moon's arcane light, and the majority of the elders of the school fled in 426, fearing Kairos's coming conquest, and of the few that remained, nearly all were slain and imprisoned, except for this one apparently. Peek out from under her loose-fitting traveler's garb, and her outfit is fastened in braids and knots of sailor's line. Flanked on either side by warriors dressed in Verdant Guard regalia, the woman leans on her elaborate bladed staff, pulsing the arcane energy, a swath of blue fabric. The blue flag is a symbol of diplomacy and truce recognized across most of the known world, and it is a custom the Tearsmen hold dear. To harm another person under the auspicion of a blue flag is a grave offense in both Tears and in Kairos' army. The customary punishment is death. So does that mean that we're not allowed to attack her? Rest draped over her.
Tunon sends us the Queenslayer. The old judge has a sense of humor, I'll give him that.
Okay. Missives. You've received a missive. Missives are short messages carried by birds between distant parts of Kairos' empire. Click on the missive button. I can't do that right now.
Did the voices of Nuroth send you to gather my head and complete his collection? If so, we'll have to save our tussle for another time. Today I have business. Vengeance can wait.
Not really, but I see that you're fearing me quite a bit. That's good, I guess. You recognize this woman as Tidecaster Ebb, whom you met along with the other Tidecasters in the year 429 TR during the first campaign in Vendrin's Well. Meeting under a blue flag, you spoke primarily with the elders of the School of Tides to negotiate their surrender to Kairos. Several of their masters were moved by your words and surrendered, but many left the meeting unwilling to bend. Ebb was among them. So that means I can kill her, right?
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I offer and request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal.
What? The woman bows deeply, lowering her head in a practiced display of etiquette. The warriors by her remain in a ready stance, their nerves clearly on edge. Can you just do that? Can you just ask for fucking carte blanche? I don't know, like... You would detain a Fatebinder of the Archon of Justice, unwise.
As unwise as setting foot on our lands with dreams of conquest. If you're afraid of a few words, go ahead and run. Idiots and very young children are often afraid of me, so I understand if you need to retreat and soil yourself in private.
Oh, really? Well then. Run while you can.
You would violate a truce held under the blue flag? If you wish to bring shame to Tunon's court and build sympathy for our cause, then let your temper swell.
She raises an eyebrow, a calm smirk crests her cheek.
Stay your hand. I'd love to slice her open too, but if word gets out that you drew bronze under a blue flag, you'll be useless to Tunon. And let's be smart. She's a mage. You don't want to start something without numbers on your side.
Why do we care? We are literally at war with these people. You're worried about a few atrocities? Do you not know what the fuck we did in the previous campaign? We burned whole cities to the ground. We have a fucking edict where everyone is going to die if I don't finish this shit in like 8 days. And that includes this bitch. But oh, I can't kill her? Why? Because she has a blue flag? Are you fucking kidding me? But then Tunon would be mad? Are you fucking serious? Tunon's gonna get mad if I attack her. Isn't she like a wanted criminal? Point taken,
We can
whatever.
always kill her later. For now, let's listen and avoid a fight that will leave us limping home.
It won't! We'll kill her! We can do it! I can beat the shit! I don't care how much magic she has! Verse casts you a stern gaze, but nods slowly as she takes her hand off your shoulder.
I
Alright.
am Ebb of the School of Tides.
I don't give a shit.
Today I speak on behalf of the Vendrian Guard.
Then you are clearly in the fucking enemy side. I don't... Ah... The Verdant Guard surrendered 2 years ago, and still you defy us. Your word is no longer trusted.
No way around that fact. The Vendrian Guard broke their oath. Is a promise to a man even
Oh my
beast
God.
that needs to be kept? The people of Apex surrendered to spare
Oh.
themselves wanton
Oh
murder.
my god. So you're really gonna sit here and complain about me breaking some kind of truce if I attack you and kill you for the crimes that you've committed and your continued resistance against our fucking God King, alright? You're gonna bitch and moan about that, but then you acknowledge that you and your group broke the fucking truce and oath when you surrendered and then you didn't surrender.
A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live. If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
One of the leaders of the attack on the ruins, Tarkus Deimos, was subdued during the battle in accordance with the Scarlet Chorus's request. You ordered Deimos conscripted into the chorus. Oh. Okay, I ordered him conscripted into the chorus, fine. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Gain major wrath. Why can I not attack you? Tarkus Deimos is with the chorus now.
Then if we see him again, it will have to be as enemies.
Yeah, pretty much. She looks at the warriors to either side of her, shaking her head.
If I may make one more inquiry. What of Palox Tyranny? Did he survive?
The fuck is... Though you rarely have the luxury of matching names to the countless tearsmen you've encountered, yeah, because they're all dead, you are reasonably certain she is asking about the Verdant Guard warrior that took Drastage hostage at Enrin Ruin. He did not survive that encounter. Oh well. Another dead oath breaker. Whomever you will ask about next, I assure you nothing can be done.
My apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough.
I don't give a fuck. Can I attack you now? No, fuck that shit. I don't fucking care. I can't attack her even now? Are you kidding me? Come on. I have questions for you, bitch.
I will entertain them as best I can. After all, understanding is the only hope we have. What is it you wish to know?
Why do you resist Kairos? What are you trying to save?
I grew up without my knee bent to Kairos, and if I'm going to bow to someone, let it be another Tearsman. We've ruled ourselves just fine for centuries, so we'll give our lives so that our sons and daughters might rule themselves.
Hmm. Can't I just say, hey, you're all gonna fucking die if you don't surrender? Ugh. The younger realms were beset with constant battle. You'd prefer that to Kairos' order?
You make conflict sound like a bad thing. Yes, the younger realms saw frequent battles, but it was never this wholesale slaughter like we've seen of late.
It's
No
because you're
Tyranny ever
resisting a
camped in alien
god.
soil, or forced prisoners to kill each other, or butchered beastmen tribes.
Yeah, it's called war. Only your daughters are really free in the tiers. Why fight against Kairos' equality?
There's freedom, then there's trusting idiots with power. Give a man 1,000,000 marauders, he'll lose sleep worrying over his neighbor's 1,000. I prefer my realms ruled by the braver sex. For centuries we've left the lands to the women, and the seas to the men. And we did plenty fine until Kairos came around.
Oh, great. What makes you think you have a chance?
Oh, we don't. Those who believed Kairos could be stopped all died years ago, in the first wave of fighting. It's not about the hope of victory. It's about the hope of inspiring others. It is very likely we will fall here in Vendrian's Well. But perhaps others will arise elsewhere.
Well, that just sounds stupid. But a mage like you would not be the subject of such superstition and fear under Kairos' reign.
I doubt life is any better sworn to some mad Archon. I'd rather stand with my fellow Tearsmen. Or, I suppose, stand immediately behind them in the event of an attack.
At that remark, the soldiers flanking her exchange shocked looks. Ebb turns her focus to her compatriots.
Yeah, you heard me. Way things were years back, you'd all be calling me a water witch and conspiring to sell me out to the nearest sage. Just because I'm helping you stop Kairos doesn't mean I've forgotten the hospitality of ages past.
So, it sounds like you have an issue with these guys. Why don't you just fucking side with Kairos?
And people wonder why the Tearsmen could never unite in time to fight back. It's refreshing to see that some things never change.
Pretty much, Verse. Let me ask you something else. How did you and your friends overthrow the garrison?
I would joke that the voices of Nerat left the gate unlatched, but dozens of warriors lost their lives taking the citadel. There was no secret to it. We simply attacked with speed and certainty at a time when the Archons were elsewhere in the tiers. The Scarlet Chorus had a rout, and what few disfavored soldiers were present made an impressive showing. But they were surrounded and overwhelmed once the chorus fled.
Alright, who's in charge of this insurrection?
Listen to you, thinking just like the Overlord wants you to think. There always has to be a person in charge, or things don't make sense. Well, we don't answer to anyone. We are each of us sons and daughters of the Tiers, and take this task upon ourselves freely.
Uh-huh.
But Captain Tarkus Ari, former Falksman of Queen Vendrian Alanta, is the voice we trust when we seek unanimity.
So basically, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You literally do have a leader, is what you're telling me. Your leader that unites you. Yeah, so he's the one in charge? So you do have someone in charge. Oh, okay. So you are stupid. I assume that Tarkus Ari and Tarkus Deimos are relations.
Yes. Deimos was Ari's brother. We were certain he was dead, but the captain takes family seriously. So I volunteered to find some answers. And now here we are.
Were there prisoner swaps in the past?
That is our way, Binder. Here in the south, only thugs and bandits kill prisoners.
Uh-huh.
The younger realms may be guilty of constant fighting, but we never slay each other when the battle's long over. We're not about to change that now.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, you know, war and battle are two different things. You can win a battle and still lose a war. So until the war is over...
As a rule, Kairos' forces haven't been keen on swapping prisoners. But I know our disfavored prisoners aren't prisoners anymore. I just assumed they were swapped for some of our own.
I know our disfavored prisoners aren't prisoners anymore. What does that mean?
Fair enough. But now a question for you.
Oh, great.
The Edict. I can feel its magic coursing through the air. Everyone can. But those of us enlightened to the currents of magic feel it most. The wording of the Edict. What was it?
Hmm. Do I tell her the truth? Kairos' day, it's a holiday. Do I tell her the truth? I mean, she's an enemy combatant. I just want to fucking kill her. Such details are for Kairos' warriors only. But then again, this can go either one of two ways, right? I think she's gonna just take it as like, oh well, we'll resist until the edict, and then everybody will die, and so that's kind of like a way to stick it to Kairos. Whereas it could also be taken as, oh shit, let me side with you. But I don't think she's gonna side with us. I don't think she's going to side with us at all. You know what? It doesn't matter. I could tell her the truth. Kairos' forces must take Ascension Hall by the Day of Swords, or all in the valley will perish. I'll tell you the truth. I don't give a shit. We're going to kill you anyway, bitch.
Curious. You did say all in the valley. So the edict will affect Kairos' forces? This is most unexpected.
I really don't care if I have loyalty with you.
So if the armies don't get us, the edict will. Well, thank you. I suppose it's good to know our days of anticipation will soon be over one way or another.
Yeah, you should probably give up.
I've another question for you, if you will entertain it.
Yeah, I guess.
Are we really standing here and chatting with Oathbreakers? It's hard to watch. Like cuddling a goat you're going to kill for dinner.
Yeah, verse. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. You know, man. You know, normally I would let her ask the question just out of curiosity, right? But you know what? I don't give a fuck. No, we're done here.
A shame. But if you have no heart for discourse, I will take no more of your time.
Oh, it's okay. Can I kill you now?
In accordance to our ancient customs north and south, let us conclude this truce in peaceful accord. May peace find you soon.
So how does anybody ever fucking fight wars in this, like, universe? If I can just say, hey, I have this blue flag, can't fight me, doesn't matter. It's like, what the fuck? She and her... And if we killed all three of them, who's gonna even know that we fought, or that we even killed her? It could have been anybody. Who's gonna even know what the conversation was? It's gonna be literally our people. As long as everybody keeps their mouth shut. Jesus. Don't let her walk away. Oh, my God. You fucking incompetent sons of bitches. Why do you do... Did you just say something? Oh, jeez. These deer. They're so majestic. You can make the faintest outline of a soldier's arm in the bottom of the pond. Well, that was a fucking waste of my time. I can't believe we just let her walk away. That was actually just the dumbest thing. Should have just killed her. I don't understand. If she's not going to join us, she may as well die. By Kairos' will. Well, time to keep on going to the remote settlement. Alright. Hello, remote settlement. I'm gonna look through all of your stuff. Hope you're cool.
Quiet down.
No, I'm not gonna quiet down, goddammit. Watch everybody be dead. Watch there be like nobody here to even recruit. Or do like the whole fucking point of coming here. I don't know, I'm not seeing anybody yet. Not seeing anybody. Oh. Oh no, it was a trap. As you step in the center of the village, you feel as if you're being watched from all angles. The distant patter of feet echo off the walls and of the small, seemingly deserted village. I am Fatebinder Viper. I've come to discuss your conscription into the chorus. Cooperate, and you won't die. The wooden beams of the roofs and to the north creak under someone's weight. A tree rustles behind you. Just remain silent, I guess. A voice bellows from the rooftop with a cackle. Go home to your overlord. Okay. Verdant guards. Sorry, friend, but you won't be leaving here in one piece. We'll send your head back north. I want your folks to see what happens to those that invade our land. Alright.
More tallies to the body count.
Come on. Beat the shit out of them. Why can't I use any of my powers? Come on, everybody. Yeah, you gotta beat the shit out of them. Hey, guess what, bitch? We're coming up here. You didn't think we'd come up here, huh?
Aye. Right.
Well. Who's this? Is this Scarlet Chorus? It's backup? Scarlet Fury. Flicking the bronze tip of her blade, a Scarlet Fury strolls into view with a smug smile, flanked by an entourage of soldiers. Not bad. I'd have piled up the same number of corpses in half the sword strokes, but, well, where are my manners? Why not to criticize help so generously given? She sweeps her arm wide in exaggerated mocking bow. I was going to say extravagant, but alright, fuck it. You've my deepest and sincerest gratitude for gutting those verdant piss ants in my place. You're welcome, though I came here to recruit for the chorus. Slaughter wasn't my intention. We already got what we needed. The willing ones. She pointed to several of the armed fighters at her side. We were hoping a different face might convince the remainder to join us, but alas, well, can't win them all, can you? Yet. I seem to have killed all your would-be conscripts. Apologies. She shrugs with a smirk. These things happen. Look, you've done us a favor. And it was a real pleasure watching you fight. We'll clean up here. Fury nods briskly, and for a short instance is sincere as she addresses you. I do thank you for the assistance, Fatebinder. Well, I mean, we didn't get to recruit anybody. But at least we get to loot the dead bodies and kind of loot this place up, I suppose. I'm assuming that's everything. So apparently this is the missive we got, the Will of Kairos, and it says, Viper, word has reached this court that you have issued the Overlord's edict to the Archons of War and Secrets. Know that we understand fully the weight of this burden and appreciate the loyalty you show in its declaration. Provided you survive the span, your service will be duly recognized. As you navigate the idiosyncrasies and mutual antipath, of our overlords, war masters, remember that Kairos watches all with interest. Those who distinguish themselves, whether Fatebinder or Archon, have the opportunity to rise in the overlord's esteem. Even now, the northern courts whisper that the most successful of the two Archons will be granted the rule of the whole of the peninsula. Similarly, your fortunes rest upon the decisions you make. Choose wisely. Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice. Thank him for the advice. Archon Tunon, allow me to express my deep appreciation for this opportunity. Few in the Empire have the honor of treating with Archons, and fewer still have of reading the empowered words of the Overlord. I endeavor always to emulate your exemplary foresight and judgment. I remain in all things your faithful servant, Fatebinder, Viper. Send it. Missive is in transit, 1 day remaining. Alright. We haven't gained any favor or wrath. That's good. It's a good thing we didn't pick the fucking get pissed off at this option. I guess it wasn't Scarlet Fury. Who was it that I was talking to about this quest? Oh, Scarlet Fury is just a title, isn't it? Death Knell, there we go. Fatebinder. Death Knell nods in your direction. Now, what do you need? Gain minor wrath. You've got some explaining to do, Fury. I don't appreciate being used. The Fury doesn't even try to hide her glee, openly cackling and clutching at her belly. You have my gratitude for rooting out the Oathbreakers. Oh, come now. Don't take it personal, Binder. I knew a fighter like you could hold your own against grim odds. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you. Why do I get minor wrath? You knowingly put a member of Tuon's court in danger. I assure you this is no laughing matter. Cleansing charm. Twisted iron sword. You can see the Fury's eyes from beneath her mask become tight slits that twitch with anger. I'm reminded now how humorless Fatebinders can be. She sheathes and unsheathes her sword, playing with it out of habit. She shrugs, completely unconcerned, tosses it in your hand. Take it as a compliment. You expect me to just take your scrap metal as a compliment? Party gained 500. Yeah, fuck yeah. Her arms shake with tremors of growing anger before subsiding almost immediately with a deep sigh. If I've wronged the pride of Tunon's court as severely as it would seem, then take these as well. She tosses you a hefty bag from her side, some spoils I was hoping to hold on to, but take it as a sign of no harm done, okay? Watch yourself. Well, we completed a quest. She nods. What do you need? I wanted to know if there was anything else you needed done before we leave. Because it takes us hours to get back and forth between places, and we only have 8 days. Who was the other guy we were talking to over here? Is it this guy? Did he have something we were supposed to do? I don't care. It's the fucking disfavored. Who cares? Who cares what the disfavored have to say, really? What's this guy's name? Vittles? Pale and wide-eyed, the Scarlet Core's conscript takes slow, deep breaths as he shuffles with nervous energy. As soon as your eyes meet his, he looks away in a panic, bowing his head and turning his body aside. Something wrong? He opens his mouth in an attempt to speak, but falls short, glancing in either direction. He steps in close and lowers his voice. Captain, I'm not supposed to be here. His voice comes out harsh, ragged whisper. New to the course, captain is a southern term. Kairos' armies have commanders, and I'm neither. I shouldn't be here. His eyes widen, his voice rises to a near yell. The chorus! I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not like these guys. He looks at the camp. I'm gonna die here, or at least I hope I die here, and soon, and to think of it, His voice falls silent, his body slumps. You made a vow to the Archon of Secrets. Only death can release you from your pledge. In that case, he puffs out his chest, and his face becomes flush red. I ask that you release me from my vow. And just why is this a mistake? Did someone take the vow for you? No, but I was forced to take the vow. He places his flattened hand to his neck in pantomime of a blade. They slew my pa right in front of me. They told me I was next if I didn't join the chorus. I've never served in the village watch. I don't know. I didn't know it would be like this. A little too late for regrets, as you can't exactly quit the chorus. I should let them kill me when they first caught me hold of me. He lets out a long and troubled sigh, and his shoulders slouch. I'm not even like these people. Getting kicked makes me vomit. Tasting blood makes me vomit. Even vomiting makes me vomit. I'll never last. You never served the watch? How old are you? How old? He startled look across his face. I'll be, Pa said I was born in 418, so that makes me, he lifts his fingers to count. His gestures seems entirely an act, and he trails off mumbling incoherently. I'm feeling generous today, so I'll give you some pointers. Pointers, Captain? He scratches the back of his head, confused. Of what sort? Um... Yeah, here we go. Strike him, playfully at first. Come on, raise your fist and defend yourself. I'll show you how to survive, and maybe later how to kill. He takes the first hit, but manages to avoid the next, surprisingly daft despite his gangliness and timidity. Best if I don't, Cap. Ah, Miss Fatebringer. He ducks his head shyly. I don't think Two-Tooth would like it none if he saw me training, and I've taken enough licks from him to last me the rest of my lifetime. Who the fuck is Two-Tooth? Strike him harder. Do not let your guard down. Strike back and watch your leg work. With a scramble and a surprised yelp, he barely dodges the third of your blows, the first two knocking him backwards on his feet. Panting and he regains himself, avoiding your exaggerated and slowly strikes until he swells enough confidence to punch back. It takes him a while, but eventually he lands a decently hard hit. Who the fuck is Bleedin' Mark? Who the fuck is Bleedin' Mark? Who is this? Bleedin' Mark is Kairos' knife in the shadow, an unseen drop of poison that enforces the Overlord's will. He reports to Tunon, the Adjudicator, serving in his capacity the final words for those who holds loyal Kairos law in contempt. Few know of the origin of the Archon shadows or how it maintains a hold on them. Those who anger the Archon never live long past the sunset. Yeah, alright. Nice one, kid. Keep it up, and you'll be a famed warrior in no time. The trick is not to get hit, right, Captain? Yeah, that's the trick, kid. He scratches his hand, though his matted, sweaty hair, and grins warmly. Then, when the timing's right, you've got to strike back quick. Yeah. Alright. Listen up. You need to act tough, yet keep a low profile for starters. I never would have thought it. He straightens his back, head craned, as he gives you a full, enraptured attention. You're awfully clever, Captain, he murmurs deep in thought. Yeah, you know what? Here, have 50 rings. You need new boots, maybe a decent helmet, take this. He stares dumbfounded for a moment by your act of kindness, then with a small jolt, he lurches forward, nearly tripping over himself to accept the rings. I'll buy them. I will, Captain. The bronze rings clank as he clutches them tightly to his chest. He glances around to ensure no one saw them come into his possession, and a small, relieved smile flutters across his lips. Thank you. Yeah, okay, that's it. Don't get yourself killed. He beams up at you, face sheening with both sweat and adoration. Thank you, Captain. You've been real nice to me. Alright, don't fucking get killed, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? Two-Tooth. Are you the gang leader? Do you mind? I've got rings on this next. Rings on what? Are you gambling? Can I gamble? Two-Tooth. Two-Tooth, why can't I gamble? I'm gonna talk to Regs. Fuck you, Two-Tooth. Scarlet Chorus favor of one. Baz spits a wad of chewed bread into her palm. These rations are foul. Taste it. Can't tell if it's poison or mold. I heard that our watch spotted a disfavored scout by the grain stores. You don't think? I feel fine. Maybe it's an herb to slow my hand in battle. Sabotage is a cowardice weapon. Maybe it's just gone bad, seeing you Regs pockets his ration without taking a bite. Fatebinder! Anything we can do for you? I mean, do you guys want me to find out what's up with the bread? Or no? I guess you don't care? Okay. Which one of you taught... I guess she can't level that up yet. Alright, whatever. Fine, fuck you, bitch. Oh, apparently we can speak to Verse. How did you do that? Verse looks at you with a quizzical expression. I have no idea what the fuck are you talking about, Verse? Do what? Back in the Archon's war tent, you cast an edict as casually as reading a supply shipment. How did you do that? I mean, it was nothing really. Now is not the time to play coy. You spoke words that could lead to the deaths of hundreds. Take a moment to feel proud of yourself. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just worth recognizing that what you've done. Not only are you Tuon's Fatebinder, you're the mouthpiece of the Overlord. Gives me plenty of reason to stick around. You're going places, and I want to see where they lead. I mean, thank you. That I have some questions about you.
What do you need?
Let's see. You learned a thing or two about fighting in the Scarlet Chorus. Care to duel?
That would be an understatement, and I thought you'd never ask. Since you're obviously at a huge disadvantage, I'll let you pick our weapon of choice.
You can't just fight with our hands. All right, let's dual wielding knives or bows. Why does it have to be things you're an expert in? I don't even have knives. All right.
Exotic. Good choice. I'll leave you to guess which one is my dominant hand.
Is it your right hand? Viper gained 5 dual wielding skill ranks. Oh. Verse slashes and parries with unrestrained ferocity. At times it becomes difficult to follow her movements. After taking more than a few cuts, you learn to relax your eyes and better follow the subtle movements of her dance.
You held your own. Call me impressed. Need anything else, or did I tire you out?
I guess not. Tell me something about yourself
If
first.
you insist. I'm a Scarlet Fury. That should raise some flags for you. It means that I'm good at killing, and more importantly, that I enjoy it.
Oh, we get along great.
What I won't enjoy are the pleasures of funerary rites packed with weeping mourners. Someday I'll fall in battle, and then they'll roll me into a mass grave or heap me atop a shit-stained wagon. One more anonymous, knife-riddled piece of meat.
That's a really fucked up way of looking at it, Verse.
Until then, I plan to take whatever I can from life and have a little fun along the way.
But I can appreciate your stance on life, Verse. Tell me about your life before the chorus. Life? What life? As far as I'm concerned, I didn't exist before the chorus. There was some girl in a farm wearing my face and talking with my voice, but she wasn't me. Sometimes she would sneak out at night, take a scythe, and have some fun with the livestock. Our shared interest began and ended there. When the Scarlet Chorus swept through my village on their long trek from the bastard city, that was when I finally woke up. I buried my old life, took red vengeance on anyone who'd wronged me, and found the freedom I could only dream was out there. That's admirable, honestly. How did you get conscripted? How did I think you have the wrong idea about me. The chorus didn't take me as a sobbing maid. I strode into their camp and enlisted. Someone tossed me a dented blade. I lived through initiation, spent a week butchering my neighbors, and moved on with my new kin. I didn't waste time with goodbyes. My mother had long since died, and the rest of my family were louses. The girl I used to be, even she knew that she was worth more than all of them combined. Goddamn. Well, you can't really be mad at Verse for knowing her worth. What is the significance of your feathers? We're getting awfully chummy, so I guess you deserve a story. My mother kept a messenger bird, Witterbeak. He was an angry old bastard, spoiled from living the high life, squawked in my window every single night, pecked my fingers when I fed him, only the fattest, juiciest mice. When I left the farm to join the Scarlet Chorus, I wrung that ungrateful little fucker like a dish rag, plucked his feathers, and gave his carcass to the mice. It felt like justice. She slides a crimson feather from her hair and spins it in her fingers. I also like how the feathers catch the breeze. Helps me keep my balance, especially when I'm moving fast. She snips the feather among the others and smooths it back. Well, alright. Farewell. What, Lantry, you got something to say, bud? Lantry stops his stride, darting his hands around his bandolier and belt as he softly mouths off a mental inventory of his inks and quills. When at last assured his possessions are in place, he looks up at you with a smile. What might I do for you? Um, who are you? Apologies if I didn't properly introduce myself earlier. All of my works are written under the name Sage Lantry of the Valum Citadel, but outside of proper citations, Lantry will suffice. 5 tomes are bounded by my hand, and I've trained letters and numbers to nearly 1,000 minds, but most of all that work and went up in flames. I'm sure I'm not the only person in the tiers wondering where life will go after these measly years. Tell me about your magic. Oh, I don't much like to brag about things like that. Um, can you teach me something? Sure, I could show you how to bend your own inks, train birds to think you're their mom, how to turn a goat into parchment, but I'm sure you'd prefer to learn some magic. If the school of ink and quill still mattered, I'd maybe be more tight-lipped, but if we're going to travel together, you should know how to mend wounds, especially if I'm killed. I know the edict still looms, but if you have a few hours, I could show you the basics of healing magic, or at least how I learned it. This can wait. Yeah, this can wait. We will come back to this, though. You will teach me some fucking magic. Indeed, I have a finite appetite for discussing myself, and I'm more than sated. Let's press onward. Yeah, we'll go on for now, but you're gonna teach me some fucking magic, old man. Alright, so we need to go to Topple Nettle Wilderness over here. It's gonna take us 7 hours, like Jesus Christ. It's gonna be a whole day gone. The clearing is the battle that we have to do, right? So this one earned its title from the preponderance of thick, stinging nettles. Though expanding settlers aggressively cleared the plant, the name persisted. Trip nettle is but one of several expansive forests in the valley, easily capable of obscuring rebel movements and operations. You determine that the Verdant Guard have operated in this area, making it a prime location to secure. Okay. I guess let's go there.